right, so we're down here in Florida. We're filming our first largemouth bass episode, and it's kind of a funny story. I called Jeremy and said, hey, we really like to come down there and film with you. And he said, wait, did you say you want to film in early September for bass? That's the worst time of year to come here, guys. And I said, well, that's why we want to come here. We want to come down here during the slowest time of year, the hottest time of year, and see if we can use fire gel to get some of these fish to bite. Now, we're way back in the headwaters right now. And what exactly are we doing back here?
Right now we're trying to find these ponds that are opened up. You want to find, like, a lot of the lake is choked out. If you look out there, you'll see a bunch of the grass and everything that's real choked out. So we've came back past a lot of the hydrilla and got in these ponds where these little floating islands are. And the floating islands, they'll move around and they'll kill out areas and open these big open holes like this. And what we're trying to do is like fishing in a toilet. You find open holes where it's 3 to 4 or 5 feet of water and just scattered hydrilla. That's what you want to look for when you come to the headwaters. That's going to give you opportunity to swim baits, throw top waters, chatterbait, swim baits, whatever you want to do, and work it, you know, with some success. Get your back flip, buddy. Chris, that's a good one.
Hey, beautiful bass, crushed it. Probably the hottest I've ever been in my whole life. Bad idea to wear a long sleeve, but bass are starting to turn on here in Florida.
Maybe he's growing a little bit.
He's growing.
Hey, get the jump. He goes up underneath them big pulleys. Down there ain't bad. I mean, you want to see how they eat that? Look at that thing. Yes, sir. We're out here first thing in the morning. We're gonna kind of speed fish around a little bit, fish some hydrilla. We're gonna throw some speed worms, zoom speed worms. Our rig it takes it rig. Just like that, bullet weight, nothing fancy. And then you gotta cover it in fire gel. The hot ticket's been the shad and the bass lately. It's what it seems like to me. This stuff right here, whenever you get bit, and if it drops it or something like that, or you pull it away from it, they will come right back to it and pick it right back up again. We've already had one do it this morning. We went 100 yards. We're gonna get positive and we're gonna get motivated and we're gonna keep moving this morning, and we'll see if we can show you a couple fish. And y'all guys stay tuned. Hopefully it'll work out and we'll see y'all in a little bit.
Oh no.
He's like stuck in there.
Oh, I see his head.
Holy shit!
No way.
That's a good one.
Damn!
Wow.
I didn't even know he was still on there. Big bass for me so far today. I thought for sure we were gonna lose him when he got stuck in some brush, but we got him out.
Not our 10-pounder like we want. But one on chatterbait, change the color.
A little blue.
The blue with the bass scent. That's how we do it. Not a bad one. Wacky. Wacky worm with the garlic. Black and blue Cinco. Can't never go wrong in Florida with black and blue Cinco. Alright guys, I'm going to show you all the other bait we're going to be throwing out here in the wide open. It's going to be a regular just chatterbait. This one happens to be with a gold blade. Chatterbait right there. And it's a 3/8. Color don't matter on the jig head so much. And I put my own skirts on there. You can buy any kind of skirt you want. We're trying to mimic some bluegill and have a lot of tilapia in here. And what that does is everywhere you go, if you got a lot of places that have a lot of hydrilla and the heights and things like that, and you got wild shiners and you got tilapia and you got the bluegill, you want to have a mixed variety of color. You don't want to make it just a white color, you know what I mean? So mix it up and have a little bit of different colors. That way they don't know if it's going to be a bluegill or a tilapia, things like that. The same setup I got is a Black Max reel, 12 to 25 U-Pro rod, 7/6, and 30-pound braid again. The garlics and the scents that we've been using, the garlics that we have been using today have been the fire gel and the bass, the shad, and the garlic. And all three of those have been like the top flavor. Like if you had a hit and he's came off the hook or something like that, you missed him, he would come right back to it and get it. And that's been what has been helping us today because of the hotness and the water temperature's hot. So, I mean, it's not the best time of year to be here, but we've done very well. I don't even know how many fish we caught. We caught over 30 probably so far. So I'm gonna show you how I put it on there, and you'll be ready to go. All I do is, instead of making a big mess, I just take it like this and you open it up, and I just take a little bit and dab it on the finger. That's all it takes, just a little bit on your finger like that, and then you just rub it in. If you got a chatterbait, that's all it takes. Get it all gelled on there real nice, and you throw your cap back on. And that's gonna last 30 minutes or more. You don't have to reapply every 2 or 3 casts. You can leave it on there for 30 minutes. As long as you're catching fish, then you just reapply faster, you know. But usually when you put it on there, you got at least 15 minutes before you gotta reapply. That stuff stays on there a lot longer than any other product I've used. So I suggest y'all pick up some fire gel, whatever flavor you need to be for your certain situations that you're in, and you'll be ready to go. Got it.
Chris, I got him. Chris, I'm gonna pull him out of this weeds. You just sit there, watch for crocs. Oh. That ain't a bad one, I tell you. It's hot out here. Chris, oh. That's what they look like, son. Whew. 20 calories later.
Got one on, chatter. That one on the chatterbait. Blue swim bait on the back. Headwaters, Felsmere. Come get you some. As you can see, if you look in the background, we got a little bit more open water now, and we're able to swim some jigs, and there's more chatterbaits, things like that. Some baits that are in cover of the water, but have a big enough profile to go for a bigger bite. We've got plenty of fish this morning, throwing a big easy, you know, throwing across all the top of the hydrilla in the grass. A lot of good blow-ups. We missed some good fish, caught some good fish, but now it's getting in the middle of the day and it's time to start seeing if we can just go for a big bite. I'll show you right here what we're gonna throw. We're gonna be starting to throw some big swim baits. And you know, the thing is that the bulkier the bait, the better the bite's gonna be for the most part, especially when you're fishing at Headwaters. And then we'll match it up with the fire gel on there, and you shouldn't have no problem. I like a beaver style bait or a kicking style bait where twin tails on the back of it and a big oversized hook. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. We're using, I'm using just Black Max reels, nothing special, beat them up. And then I'm using a 12 to 25 U-Pro rod, 7.5 foot, so I can make long casts with this thing and cover a lot of water. And I'm using 30-pound braid just to, you know, it's not too heavy and not too light. Something I can make long casts with, and that's been a ticket.
Oh God, you see the other one right next to it? Did you see that, Kyle? Oh man, it was huge. Ooh, look at the red on that thing. Big boy, they're growing.
That ain't a bad one.
That ain't a bad one. Working way up.
That ain't a bad one, Chris. He chased it. It's so hot here.
This alligator's watching your bass. Look at it.
Now the Headwaters green fish. You can see the difference that fire gel makes, man. When they get it, they get it.
Looks like you caught a lump of grass.
I hope it.
Is there a fish in there?
I hope it's buried up.
Is there a fish in there?
I still feel it kicking.
Oh yeah, there's a fish in there.
Is he a good one?
Nope.
Oh man, he's not as big as I thought. Here, grab the line, Chris. Help a brother out. I think maybe there's 2 of them on there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, look at the bucket mouth on that.
Not that one. Don't move it. Got him, baby. I'm on the chatterbait again. Got the shads Shad's in on that one. That's why you come to Headwaters.
Today's episode of Pautzke Outdoors comes to you from the east coast of Florida, where we're only a few miles inland from the Melbourne area. We're out here today on Headwaters Lake. It's one of the newest fisheries in Florida, one of the most popular, one of the most well-known, and we're here at the worst time of year. Now, when I called Jeremy Hines of Day Away Charters, I said, do you think we could still catch them this time of year? He goes, man, you guys are really putting some pressure on me. You got to remember one thing. Jeremy is a professional tournament fisherman, but he doesn't do bass. He's out there on the water doing redfish all across the United States. We met him in the Tampa Bay area, and we said, listen, we know you don't know this area really well. We don't know this area, but that makes it a perfect time for us to come out here and check if fire gel and scent will help us catch fish when it's super hot, when the bite's slow, and when success is fairly limited because of the heat. I mean, this was probably the hottest day of the summer. Maybe exaggerating a little bit, but it was 98 degrees. Somewhere around 90-something% humidity is what we were told, and we could feel it while we were out there. It was insane. The bass didn't like it, we didn't like it, but it was a perfect time for us to come out here and test out fire gel. Now, we focused on several different baits. Jeremy wanted to throw just about everything. He had speed worms, he had small swim baits, we were flipping, we were fishing chatter baits, just about everything. We did anything we could to get bites, and we did get a lot of bites. As much as it sounds like we were complaining, we ended up catching about 30 to 40 fish on this day. You'll see also the guys wearing a little bit different clothes. We did pre-fish for a few hours the day before as well. Both of the days, hot as can be. Welcome to Florida, where we all know and expect temperatures to be this way. Now, we came out here today with 3 different colors of fire gel to try. The first day, the guys used mostly crawfish fire gel. And then the second day, we focused on the 3 staples, and that's bass, that's shad, and garlic. And I'll be honest with you, we do think it made a big difference. Why? Because the fish held on to the bait longer than they would normally. Now, we constantly get asked in the state of Florida, where can I find fire gel? And that's a great question. Unfortunately, the Academy has not returned a phone call in several years. You're not going to find it there. The good news is, head over to Bass Pro Shops. Every location in the state carries fire gel. You might not be able to find it. Ask them, and they will show you exactly where it is. You can also find it anywhere online, or go to a local tackle shop. They can easily get it from their distributor if they don't have it, and have it for you within a day. And remember, you only need to put on a little bit, because this stuff lasts longer than any other scent you've used before. And we had a great time fishing this 10,000-acre man-made lake in Indian River County. Now, we're right next door to the world-famous Stick Marsh in an area that is very, very well known. We'd love to come back here another time of year when conditions are a little bit better. It's not as hot, and the hydrilla wasn't suffocating everything. But where else can you go to catch 40 bass on a day where everybody's telling you you're not going to do very well? And kudos to Jeremy. Jeremy lives 3.5 hours from here. He's not on the bass tour. He's just a heck of an angler that can find a way to catch fish no matter where he is. Now, this was a guided trip. We didn't ask him to, hey, can you push our fire gel? No, we sent him samples ahead of time. We said, try it out. If you like it, great, you can use it. If not, we're going to use it, and you can fish however you want. Sure enough, he said, guys, I've been using scent for decades. This stays on better than any other, and it's got a stronger smell than any other. That's what we came to Florida to prove. We'll be back to do a little bit more bass fishing here, but for now, enjoy the hottest days of summer here, only about an hour or so from Orlando. Pautzke products are available at sporting goods stores near you. If you can't find the specific color, size that you want, make sure to go to Pautzke.com. And as a thank you for watching Pautzke Outdoors, we're going to show you a coupon code to be used for 10% off your next order.
I'm getting so sick. If I lose one more bass, I'll fight an alligator out here.
You promise?
Listen, it's so hot out here. My ass, My ass is dripping, Chris. There's been water in spots that haven't been in spots.